Someone must have passed a demon. Gross. Make him. Potty jokes. Okay. Continue upstairs. Oh, okay, it's just these guys. These guys are fine.
Hey, you can't just waltz in here. This club is off limits to non-members, especially you damn newcomers. Who am I kidding? The club's a blasted war zone. I've got wounded here, and we're all on edge. Who are you, anyway?
Charles Reed, private investigator. I'm looking for one of your recent, guests.
Right, you mean that bloody preacher from the fish market? This is all his fault. He was the one who summoned those beasts.
That's not exactly what happens, but whatever.
Pull that off. Do I look like some rotten fish-faced warlock to you? How should I know? He just did. And all in all that commotion, he escaped.
Was the preacher's name Evernote by any chance?
That's the one. We've been hunting down that slimy drock for weeks.
Oh, that seems like a lot of trouble to go to. And why bother? What's so special about him?
He's a pain in the ass, is what? That man doesn't have any respect for the way things are done around here.
This should be good. So what did he do to cross you, exactly?
Look around. This place is crawling with wild beasts. It's obvious he's up to no good. We'd never have known a thing about it if he wasn't behind in his damned rent.
If I didn't know better, I'd say that sounded like a protection racket to me.
Your words, not mine. Besides, our group's gotta get funding somehow. Robes and ammunition aren't cheap.
Did anyone see where he went?
I'd bet good money he went back to his hideout. I'll go after him, but I have to take care of my wounded men first.
So, you gonna tell me where he is?
It's your life, buddy. The scouts I sent after him never came back.
Who exactly are you?
You're addressing the Imperial Wizard Gordon Mayer, newcomer. Show some damn respect.
Nope.
Oh, never heard of an Imperial Wizard. Is that some kind of rank?
That's right, smart guy. It is. It's the highest rank in the clan.
Am I right in thinking Evernote pleaded for the lives of his men?
And what if he did?
Oh, he's killing prisoners, the kind of thing honorable men are doing now.
That's enough out of you, jackass!
Yeah, alright, I killed the Grand Wizard, or whatever the hell he called himself. Imperial Wizard. Good. Fuck that guy. Whitest whites. Laundry tips for the discerning woman. Wow. Can't carry any more shells or casings. Well, that's easy. Now you can. Hey, look at that. Cross your heart and hope to fry. Ooh. Thought I killed them. Love Under the Hood, a romantic novel. So... Scrap. Loot this place for every little bit of useful stuff I can. We're maxed on bullet casings. Metal scrap and gunpowder. Hey, that's a good haul right there. Alcohol and coil spring. There's some coil springs in some of these. 2 springs. Okay, well that refilled my springs. Yeah, I killed a bunch of clan members in there. Don't go in there. Beat that. Blackwood and the Professor, Blackwood and Doe correspondence. Blackwood wants to save the city from madness, or so he says, and Harriet Doe is essential to his plan. I didn't think those were connected at all. Okay. Clan member told me Evernote is in a hideout in western Grimhaven Bay. Skipper and Marsh. Marsh and Skipper. He's on deep shore between over here. Okay. Head north. Nothing feels quite as good like killing clan members.
Extra, extra. All the news looks fit. Come, find something.
Everybody kept telling me during Red Dead Redemption, they're like, wait, watch the clan members while they do stuff. It's really funny. Because they're just completely inept in the game. And I was all like, it's hard to stand around and wait for the clan members to do stuff. I just want to kill them so bad. Aha! Go. Alright, my sanity's coming back. Ooh.
Smells like fish soup.
Probably was fish soup then.
Crumpled, but clean. Someone's been here recently. Ugh, smells a few days old. There's enough food in here to weather a siege. Smells like fish soup. There we go. Guess his next move is one of these.
Downstairs, huh? Upstairs we go. I use any ammo?
Crumpled, but clean. Someone's been here recently. Throat slit. Clean. Throat slit. Clean.
Good.
Throat slit. Clean.
Feel like I'm missing something.
There we go. Guess his next move is one of these.
Huh. Markings on the map. I found a map with several markings on it. Well, man, I feel like I'm missing something here.
Huh. Somebody likes to lecture.
There you go.
Here, into the sea. I never thought I'd be able to take this journey. Go on ahead while I speak with the others. It is time. Time to strike down the false prophets of the Order and to take back Professor Doe. Finish off the interlopers. They no longer matter. I'll see you all upstairs.
Time to figure this out.
This is awkward.
Here, into the sea. I never thought I'd be able to take this journey. Go finish off the interlopers. They no longer matter. I'll see you all upstairs. It is time. Time to strike down the false prophets of the Order and to take back Professor Doe.
Okay.
Finish off the interlopers. They no longer matter. I'll see you all upstairs. Here, into the sea. I never thought I'd be able to take this journey. Go on ahead while I... It is time. Time to strike down the false prophets of the Order and to take back Professor Doe.
Blackwood's going after Harriet Doe. Took a small army with him. Just need to figure out where he went.
Okay. Order knew about Harriet's hallucinations and has been stalking her. The Order is planning something dangerous and Harriet is instrumental to their plan. Evernote took his men into the sea. Only one spot on the map is on the coast, the one in Western Salvation Harbor. EOD planned the kidnapping. Is there a specific order you have to hit the blue markers? Yeah, you have to hit them in the order in which they occurred in real life. So you have to use like context clues about what they're talking about and what's going on in the world to figure out what order they're happening in. Luckily, you have an infinite number of attempts, so you can just keep trying. Alright. Salvation Harbor. At the end of Pembroke. Let's actually go here. And I can go west and south. want to steal from this house. Are no chests in here? Huh. Alright. Probably get that fall damage reduction so I don't take damage from jumping down one-story holes. Every once in a while I'll take damage from that, and it's kind of annoying. Alright, this is the EOD area. Perfect. What? Calm Shore Marina. Am I leveled up, actually? Damage with the rifle is increased. Well, I have the rifle now. I could also take the fall damage reduction one. Literally just talked. I'm about to level up again. So let's do this. Let's take the rifle damage increase. No, let's go with shotgun. I'm gonna use that more. Then we'll take fall damage decrease on the next level up. I forgot that was coming. I was surprised. Oh. Wow, that hurt a ton. Let's repair a bunch of damage there. If I climb up, there we go. Okay. Oops, sorry.
I've seen Swiss cheese with fewer holes.
Good way to look at it. Pick up that guy's Tommy gun. Fuck. God damn it. You Harriet Doe? Are you Harriet Doe? What are these? These eggs?
Ugh, these look like they'll hatch soon.
Gross. Are you Harriet Doe? Let's investigate around here before I talk to that guy. Bro, I swear to God, one of you's got to be Harriet Doe. There's so many prisoners. The end of that. Excuse me. I'm not swimming. Oh, man.
I know you, don't I? Mr. Reed from the fish market had business with that harlot Anna. Why on earth are you here?
Mr. Blackwood, guess I finally caught up to you.
You are a follower of my work?
Oh, sorry, Evernote. My heart belongs to another. Fred from the fish market said you could tell me where the professor is.
I see. He didn't mention that I was about to wage war on the EOD then.
Harriet Doe. I know you were looking for her. Where is she?
Why do you need to find her? She has a purpose that must be fulfilled. A purpose that you have no part in.
Fill me in, then. There's obviously more going on here than meets the eye.
Oh, you are correct, of course. The professor is the one. She is all that remains of the few. Listen to me. Harriet must live. We are on the cusp of a great tragedy, and only she can avert it. She is one of the chosen, gifted with visions by divine providence. It is her fate to either save us or doom us all.
I don't follow. You talk about tragedy and doom. What tragedy? What doom?
From beneath the city. But I forget. You would know. The frescoes here show the truth. I lost days studying them long ago. I once served the sea myself, Mr. Reed, but I cannot do so any longer. They have to be stopped. Harriet is the key.
Okay. Why don't you save us both a lot of time and trouble and give me the short, snappy version?
There is a cosmic cycle at the end of each turn. I'm sorry. My time is too short. Please, find Harriet. You must make sure she lives.
In that case, I suppose I better get a move on.
Good luck, Mr. Reed. You must not fail.
It's a prison. I've seen these symbols before, but where?
Since dark aeons before the age of man, Sithaganar lies beneath the ground. In the eldritch prison rests the dreamer's hidden daughter, bound to never leave.
Another piece of the puzzle. It looks like a wheel, something repeating maybe. Like the seasons. Some kind of cycle.
But there are those who would free the daughter. If the dreamer's seed would only pass to her, each turn of the cycle, those carrying the seed are drawn to Sithganar, driven by hideous visions.
seal. I'm sure I've seen these symbols before. Where?
The seal of Sithganar will open the way. Many will try and perish. When the stars are right and the dreamer stirs from his house, one will succeed. The daughter shall be freed. From her swollen womb, the dreamer shall spawn once more. Are you Harriet Doe?
Professor Doe, are you all right?
All right. I am. Why not? Sorry, who are you?
I'm Charles Reed, private detective. I've come here for some answers.
Here, you'll find many answers. Everything is an answer here. And everything is in my hands now. Do you understand? There is a cycle. This has all happened before. She wants to be free, but she must not be, or else it all ends.
What is this about a cycle?
It always begins with a great flood. Then the threat rises with the sea. The sea is all that divides our world from the one below. When the sea rises, the gates neither open nor closed, only waiting.
What? Gates?
Katiganar! The gates are not closed, the gates are not open, but they shall be one or the other by the cycle's end.
What are you talking about?
But the seal may close the gates, and close them forevermore.
Professor Doe, you're not making sense. We need to get out of here. Now.
I can't leave with you. I need to be alone. Alone! You don't understand. I play a part in it all, but only the chosen few may do that. Those led by the visions. I have had them for so long.
I have visions too. That's what brought me to Oakmont. And I guess what brings me to you now.
Oh, but that has to be different. It has to be. I've been through so much. It has to be different. I don't understand. There can only be one of us.
I need a moment to think it over.
Okay. I will stay here with my seal.
What? I found Blackwood in the Temple of Dagon. He'd come to free Harriet Doe as well. He told me about a prophecy. There is a great evil buried beneath the city. The chosen few, driven by visions, may save the world or doom it. None of this makes sense, but he did say the frescoes inside the temple can tell me more. The daughter shall be freed, and from her swollen womb the dreamer shall spawn once more. There is an ancient evil below the city, and the one chosen savior, led to his fate by horrid visions, can seal it for free. Visions led the chosen to this city, to their destiny. They led me here too. Am I part of a prophecy? The prophecy says there will be many chosen, but only one savior. Those that fail will die. The prophecy says that there will be many chosen, but only one savior. Those who will try and fail. Others will try and fail. Dreamer's hidden daughter bound to never leave. So the Dreamer's hidden daughter is Professor Doe. There are those who would free the daughter, me, if the Dreamer's seed would only pass to her. Each turn of the cycle, those carrying the seed are drawn, driven by hideous visions. The seal will open the way, many will try and perish. When the stars are right and the dreamer stirs in his house, one will succeed. The daughter shall be freed, and from her swollen womb the dreamer shall spawn once. Recently, Harriet Doe has experienced horrifying visions. Could she be one of the chosen? Huh. I must save Harriet. Let's go with that one because it doesn't deal with the EOD.
I know what we should do.
Yes.
I need a moment to think it over.
Okay.
I'm not finished here yet. I know what we should do.
Yes.
We need to get out of here.
But my work isn't finished. My mission.
Good luck finishing it if you're dead. We need to get out of here, Harriet. We just need to get to the surface.
Fine. Fine. We go above ground, but we need to take the seal with us. The seal is the key to everything.
What are you doing here, Johannes?
You have quite a knack for asking the wrong questions, Mr. Reed. I'm here because I heard you were admitted. You don't seem the frail sort, so my interest was piqued.
How did I get here?
Last I remember, I was underwater.
Consider yourself lucky. That's not the best place to be unconscious. I'd wager you'd had a drink too many were it not for the scratches. What exactly were you doing underwater?
There was this ancient temple down there. It was wrong, Johannes. A horror show.
It's all right, I believe you. I won't ask you to relive it just yet.
Please. What happened to Harriet Doe? Where is she?
Ah, she's right here at the hospital. In the morgue. They fished her out of the Calm Shore Marina earlier today. A pity. I always thought she was a strong swimmer.
But how? I made sure she...
Made sure? Mr. Reed, when confronted by the true horrors of this city, you couldn't even stay conscious. And now we are here.
What happened to my things? I need to find them.
Mr. Reed, do you take me for a hospital employee?
I guess not. Apologies.
Although, this wouldn't happen to be about a certain seal, would it?
How do you know about it?
Mr. Reed, there are plenty of things you do not yet know. Luckily, I want you to succeed. Perhaps it has been misplaced. You may wish to return to where you were found. If I were you, I'd inquire with the staff as to where that was.
Johannes, be straight with me. How do you know about the seal?
What can I say? Acquiring information is something of a hobby of mine. Wasn't that how you and I first met? In any event, when you've recovered the seal, come find me at my theater. I will have a plan of action ready. Here's the address. Farewell.
Oh, my stomach. I ain't never eaten leeches ever again, no sir.
What is going on here? Yo, Joy. Note from Joy. I was awoken by a nightmare. Hey.
I believe I was rescued by a stranger. Do you know who it was?
Let's see. You're Reed, right? Huh, well, that's funny. It was a regular of ours.
A regular?
Yeah, his name is Billy Drunnen. Well, let's just say he enjoys a drink a bit too much. Seen a lot of him these past few months.
Barrel fever, huh?
I tell you, his file is just about bursting at the seams. The things he comes out with in therapy.
Can I have my things back, please?
Oh, of course. There you go.
Is this all you have? I'm missing a large, round object.
I don't recall it. Sorry. At least you're leaving here with your life. That's something.
Great.
Bye.
Alright, so I have everything I'm supposed to have other than the seal. Billy Drummond. He's an alcoholic who's undergone therapy many times. Alright, let's get the fall damage reduction. I'm also about to level up again. Good. Okay, so what was the other one I wanted to do? Silence is Golden. Oakmont Library. Please help. Go to the library and see if we can help Joy. Joy was the one who had her mouth sewn. Dang, dude, right in my ear and everything? Hey.
I got your letter. So, you wanted to see me, Joy?
Don't tell, or we die. Promise.
Okay, okay. You have my word. Don't worry.
Her in my apartment. Again. Don't know what to do. I'm scared. Help.
What do you mean? Did someone break in? Were they threatening you?
Yes. Her. Again.
What did she want?
Keep my mouth shut.
You said it was a woman, right?
Yes.
Do you know her?
Yes.
Then who is she? What does she look like?
Won't tell. Can't.
Oh, come on. Just give me something. Anything I can work with.
No. No words. Please.
Don't worry. I'll help if I can. So, where do you live?
Here's address. Take keys. Thank you.
I got this, Joy. Everything will be alright.
Be careful. And keep silent.
Bye, Joy.
Weird. Key to her apartment with a 1 on its head. Western Shells. Corner of Liberty and Hawking. Wonder if that's why her mouth is sewn shut. Said it was a punishment, but it was a standard punishment for the city. Seems weird.
The door won't budge.
What the fuck?
Ah, someone has real issues.
Bookmark keeps its mouth shut, little girl. God. This is my second visit and a final warning. You can't be silent even when your mouth is sewn shut. I'll make a pair of shoes from your skin like the toy from your doggy. Stop talking too much. Silence is golden. Oh no.
Christ almighty. Is that a dog's skin? Ah, it's still wet. Pretty Pretty sure that's not a good sign. Ugh, someone's a real pro with a needle. Cancelled. But she was good enough to put on a show. Guess life took a real turn for you, huh, Joy? Huh. Joy won this in a singing contest? A cozy place for a favorite pet, huh?
Dear Joy, we know how much music meant to you, but losing your voice is not the end of the world. Painful to see that you cannot sing anymore, but maybe all this is for a greater good. No one knows what would have happened if you didn't stop gossiping. There is good news though. We found a nice job for you in a library. You can start there when you're ready. Love, Mom and Dad.
Damn it. This thing is melted. There's no way we'll get any pictures out of this.
Kay, it's her. It's really her. Proof? Hope she doesn't hear me take the photo.
Click, click. A visitor. Who's there? Come on. Come to Granny, puppy dear. A stitch comes out, a stitch goes in, a nip of flesh, a tuck of skin. You'll be such a lovely dolly.
So, how did it play out?
Come on, come. A stitch come.
Kay, it's her. It's really her. Proof? Hope she doesn't hear me take the photo.
I think it's 1, 2.
Come on.
Kay, it's her. It's really her.
Click, click. A visitor. Who's there?
Someone visited Joy's place, killed her dog, and sewed it into this thing. A warning for her, I guess. And the neighbor just got in the way. The door won't budge.
There was a first aid kit in here. I guess not. Okay. Iron key, probably to the other apartment.
Someone's a big fan of fairy tales. The kind without a happily ever after.
I can scarcely believe I live right next to Joy Hayden herself. You know how much I do love her songs. Just this morning I saw her and it's true. Her mouth is really sewn shut. The rumors about the end of her career were not rumors. Granny Weaver truly silenced her. At last I have a chance to see Granny Weaver with my own eyes. Maybe even take a photo. She doesn't appear to check up on Joy. I'll follow another clue and find where the witch lives. My hunt is that Arthur Cox discovered the whereabouts of Granny Weaver's lair, his inquiries to Oakmont's peculiar history. He must have written about it somewhere.
No sign of any wounds, but he looks like he's seen the devil himself.